chance happened tonight, but tonight didn't just happen by chance. I think from the time the seniors knew that they were going to be a bowl-eligible football team, they knew they were going to try to close this thing out with a winning season. To have Texas be the opportunity that we got is absolutely outstanding for us to come in here and play the way we did and now recruit the state of Texas. A lot of really good things happening for us. Last night gave our seniors a chance to speak to the team. In all my years of coaching, probably saw some of the most incredible comments and talks by our kids last night. Even though we're a 6-6 team as of last night, to move to 7-6 today, these guys are a championship level team. Reminds me a lot of a team that I played in. I had the chance to play in the past when we beat Miami in my last place. We catapulted it into 3 straight championships the next year. I think that we have a lot of guys coming back that if they continue to have the growth that they did a year ago, they're going to be able to do some special things to our seniors that are leaving us. An incredible group that worked very hard to get to where they are today, and my guess is you haven't heard the last of them. It's going to be a group that no matter if it's football, life, they're going to have a lot of success and truly been blessed to be a part of them. So with that, I guess we'll appreciate questions.
Coach, even before the LSU and Ole Miss shutouts, the defense is really starting to come along. And then today, culminating with the performance, they just had 59 yards of total offense. What can you say about your defensive players and Coach Rob Smith and that side of the ball?
Well, I think for all the credit in the world goes to the prep. Not just today's plan. I think one of the things that we do is we talk about the 3 keys to victory in offense, defense, special teams. And when Rob got up and talked to the team today, when he was talking specifically to the defense about our 3 keys, he made a great point that, he took this job February 8th a year ago. He met with our defense for the first time and had a chance to tell them that they're going to do certain things over the next year that they don't know what's happening. It's going to be a daily grind. Those guys got better, so much better in the spring and the fall. They've gotten better all year long. They've really become player coaches where they were correcting each other out on the field before they even came to the sideline. Not just Rob and Roy. I lost 3 defensive coaches, 3 out of 4. So those 3 new guys coming in with the addition of Randy put together a plan, and I just couldn't be happier, and then our kids bought into it 100 times over.
Bret, now playing in an Arkansas-Texas game for the first time, do you get a sense of what this means to the state of Arkansas?
I had a feeling that, just judging by the people that had come up to me or reached out to me since the announcement, it was very special. But when we got off that bus today and we walked through that modified hog walk, it was a frenzy, and it was just really fun to see that energy. And then when we came out on the field, I told our guys before we took the field to start the game that there was a lot of Razorback fans out there ready to go hog wild, and we gave them every reason to do it. That's exactly what happened.
Hey, Bret, could you speak to 2 sequences in the second quarter? You punted on 4th and short down to the 4, you got a defensive score, and then the 2-minute drive that you stuck in right before halftime. Those 2 sequences.
Well, I think 2 things. We knew that defensively we've been playing very, very well. So in my prior coaching experiences, I've always been more take the ball, kickoff return. But the way our defense is playing, I just thought the crowd was going to be a little jazzed up if any time they were going to be live. So I knew our defense was going to play well. That's why we went with the punt down there to get them backed up, and obviously the miscue. But again, Sam Irwin-Hill did a nice job all day in today getting them backed up. And then at the end of when we went into this game, we knew that for once maybe we might have better depth than our opponent. And Texas got a lot of really good fine players, but they don't play a lot of people. So we were really trying to stress that we're going to play well in the 1st and 3rd, but we were going to win the 2nd and the 4th, especially going down the stretch. So to end the second quarter with a drive and a score, and to end the ball on the 3-yard line with 3 straight attempts of victory, that says a lot about where our program is and where we're going.
Bret?
Yeah. Yeah, Bob.
Okay. Bret, how do you think Trey Flowers played tonight? And looking back at the Mississippi State game, when you had to console him, how good is it to see him, finish out like this?
Well, I'm just glad he's healthy and gets to walk off the field, because I think the sky's the limit for him. He's a kid that I think has just vaulted up the draft board. He was projected to be a 3rd or 4th rounder a year ago, and I'd be surprised if someone don't grab him with a 1 on his jersey. I mean, he is a special player. Him and Martrell, those 2 guys defensively, and Alan Turner and Tevin Mitchell, really, that group of seniors there, and Braylon Mitchell, probably has much to do with our turnaround defensively as the coaches. Those guys just bonded in, and Trey is an exceptional player who's extremely smart here's what Trey Flowers is, okay? So he obviously does a lot of great things for us. He's over a 3.0 student, but I had a couple of issues with a couple freshmen that weren't on time about a week ago for a meeting. I kind of let him have it, pretty good, and Trey Flowers just comes up to me at dinner that night and he goes, "Coach, can I meet with all the freshmen tomorrow by myself?" And obviously I let him do it, and he could have just been a senior. That was 3 days ago, or 3 days before we left. He knew that he has been through something and he wanted to share with those kids. That's what kind of person he is. He needed to have that one last meeting. He kept it upbeat, I think, and the kids that came out of that meeting said there were some really good things shared. I don't know exactly, but Trey Flowers is bigger than himself. I mean, that's I guess what I'm trying to say.
Coach, how much does this win help recruiting out in Texas?
Well, it'll be astronomical, not just in Texas, but, we knew when we got this slot, it was Monday Night Football. Everybody dreams of playing Monday Night Football, so we kind of had that theme going up to the game. Even our hit film was a Monday Night Football anthem kind of being played, and our kids really played up to that. In my illustrious 6-day NFL career, I never had a chance to play on Monday Night Football, so it was kind of a neat experience for me personally as well. And we kind of told our kids, our seniors are going to move on to the NFL. To sit here and watch J.J. Watt, break another record the other day, and he was a kid that played that last year for us as hard as anybody that I could see. And I know he moved up by the way he played, and that's what you do. You move up by what you do on the football field in the world of the NFL. And I think we had guys make that move all day today. But it's national exposure. I had kids in Florida that were texting me earlier today, kids in Arkansas, underclassmen in Arkansas. I don't usually spend much time on my phone on game day, but I just took a peek about 3 hours before game because the day lasted so long. I had so many guys commenting on Twitter about what they were going to do watching the game tonight with the guys that we've offered. So it'll be a huge effect for us in recruiting.
Bret, the play of Ragnall, and I think especially y'all went behind him on the kind of clinching touchdown.
Yeah.
Would you describe his play?
Yeah, Frank's been an unbelievable champion for us. He's a kid that never played center his entire life. We were battling off everybody in the country for him. It really got down to us in Florida State, and they won the national championship a year ago. So I was very, I knew he liked us, but he survived, came to Arkansas, got frustrated a little bit early on because I don't think the center position was quite as easy as he had hoped. So we started playing him a little bit more at guard. We wanted to play him at heavy tight end because we knew Cam Jefferson wasn't going to be able to go. So literally, he was playing one play at center, the next play at tight end. Just an absolutely awesome kid. It's a true freshman. That's really, I think, a sign of what we can recruit. I mean, he was a kid from Minnesota coming to Arkansas, but because of our O-line tradition and history, and because of Sam Pittman and Ben Herbert, we're able to get kids like that, and we'll do it again this year.
Coach, right here.
Yeah.
A couple of players went down. Jamichael, I think, and Mitchell.
Yeah, Jamichael, I think it was a quad strain. He said he felt it a little bit early on in the game, and when we came in at halftime, they said he's going to be out. And then Mitchell Laban actually has a shoulder that he's having surgery on January 5th. It just pops out on him. Extremely painful. I went out there. I knew what had happened as soon as it's come out on him a couple times this year. So when I went out there, I don't want people thinking I was being. You got to watch everything you're doing because people capture things on pictures that that don't exist. I still don't know how that happened. But I started laughing because I said to Mitch, I said, "Hey, January 5th, my friend, because that's when he's going to get that shoulder surgery, and it'll eliminate that from ever happening." He looked back and he had a grin from year to year, so he'll be fine.
But Coach, to take the next step, you have to do in the SEC West. When you look back over the film of this season, and you said, boy, there's one thing we got to do. We got to be able to. What is it? What do you have to do?
Well, I think what we had to do overall is build depth in our program. That sounds easy, but it's really the case at hand. We're just so much more depth now than we were a year ago, and with this recruiting class we're going to get, it'll definitely add depth. We'll continue to improve at the positions that we got everybody coming back and really have a chance to get better at some of the positions we lose. I think improved quarterback play with a senior that's going to ride the high of this game coming out. Give them a couple more offensive. We still need a couple more threats at the wide receiver position. We're on a couple kids that are committed to us that could really help us change the game, and defensively just continue to build in our system. And as coaches, we won't flinch. We'll continue to get better, and I'm really looking forward to working with this group.
Coach, you didn't win a game in the SEC until midway through November. Now people are talking about Arkansas being a team that is on the rise. How does that feel today to you to be able to come out here and carry the SEC banner in this game?
Well, you know, I would say two things. First, Texas is obviously a team that's on a rebuild right now, and so Elvis Charlie Strong is an incredible person. That's why I kind of joke about that. I mean, I no way did what was kind of implied out there, and I have so much respect for him and his program. But the SEC is a very tough conference, and you know, I knew coming in, it's something in my coaching career I'd always been in the back of my head that I wanted to do, and when the chance came and Jeff gave me the opportunity, and our administration has been incredible to give us support as a football program to allow me to bump up some of my coaches and do certain things. But we're going to be a good football team. You know, we've got a lot of people back. I think a lot of guys in our division lose some players. You know, we really don't have a lot of character issues or things that our kids get themselves in predicaments away from the game. So we'll continue to be very, very respectful of that. You know, to get through with the academic success that we had with every kid being eligible for not only the bowl game, but no restrictions going into the spring or fall camp. That says a lot about our kids, their work ethic and their mentality. And you know, this Arkansas is not just a good program now. It's not even close to where it's going to be. You know, it'll be a lot of fun to get there. Thank you. Everybody travel safe. God bless.